25 years after two Dayton car salesmen were murdered, their case remains cold.
It's just hard to think about that there's someone out there walking around that may have a clue.
It definitely is a whodunit. Why did they do it?
Tonight, the I-Team investigates what happened to a mystery woman and her possible connection to a local crime boss.
He'd sent a couple guys.
In this Miami Valley murder mystery. Two men who worked at a Dayton car dealership were also killed there. The murders of these two men, Raymond Ogle and Arthur Works, have gone unsolved for more than 25 years. In 2014, I reported that a friend of one of the victims had come forward with a possible motive behind the killings that had cold case detectives wanting to speak with a mystery woman. So I went back to investigate if detectives are any closer to solving this double murder.
He was in my softball picture.
Talia Reese fondly remembers all the things she used to do with her dad, Raymond Ogle.
We went to movies, we played sports together. He taught me how to play softball.
He was kind, caring, and funny.
Raymond's ex-wife, Carmen Wade, says those qualities served him well in his job as a Richmond, Indiana police officer.
Everybody liked him. He talked to everybody. He was just a real outgoing person.
He was really good tactically on the street with people.
Raymond Ogle was Mike Wamsley's training officer.
You know, you learned from Raymond that arresting someone was a last resort. If he could help them or solve the problem in another way, that's the way it got done.
The two played softball together on the FOP championship team with Talia, the team mascot. The men remained close after Raymond left the department to manage the JR Motors Buy Here, Pay Here used car lot in Dayton. He worked alongside Arthur Works, a married father of 6 and church deacon. JR Motors sat here on West 3rd Street in a building that now houses a phone store and a smoke shop. But it became a crime scene the evening of May 16, 1994, when someone came in and shot both men to death.
A customer stopped by JR Motor Sales around 8 p.m. and made a shocking discovery: the bodies of 2 men.
I was doing my homework and saw it come across Channel 7 News.
Total shock, disbelief.
Enough information, I said, well, that's Raymond.
They worked together and died together. In a 2014 Miami Valley Murder Mysteries special report, Wamsley told me who he thinks killed the men. In the weeks before the murders, he remembered Raymond, now divorced from Carmen, bringing a woman to the Lebanon racetrack.
Apparently, she was also seeing a guy in the Dayton area that was probably one of the major drug dealers.
And he told us something else, that Raymond, who he described as a big athletic man afraid of no one, had been beaten up 10 days before he was killed.
He said it had been over a female and just a little squabble at a club, no big deal.
It could go either way.
I recently asked Dayton cold case detective Patty Tackett if her plea for information from that woman at the racetrack had yielded any clues.
We were hoping that after that aired that we would get some information, that somebody would call in with some information, and unfortunately that did not happen.
Tackett still believes Raymond Ogle was the target because the murders happened after the close of business, when Arthur Works had usually gone home for the day. She says Ogle was in the front office, visible from the street. Works was in a back room and may have surprised the killer.
At this point, what we know about it is there was no robbery that occurred. We're not aware of any money missing.
If not robbery, what was the motive? Wamsley suspects the drug kingpin wanted Ogle out of the picture, possibly because they were involved with the same woman, and ordered his accomplice to kill him.
So you agree with Mr. Wamsley that...
I spoke with a retired drug task force detective who tells the I-Team he supports Wamsley's theory about the same 2 suspects. Both men are in prison for life, one for drug crimes, the other for murder. Still, the victims' families deserve to know for sure who killed Works and Ogle.
I don't think that there would be any hard feelings towards anyone at this point. We just want closure.
Detective Tackett says it's never too late for someone who can give them that closure to come forward.
Because you never know what circumstances may change and what people may be willing to tell as they might reach deathbed, they might want to get out of jail, they might just want to do the right thing.
And if you have any information at all about the murders of Raymond Ogle and Arthur Works at JR Motors in 1994, call Detective Patty Tackett at 333-7109. She says no one is in trouble if they have withheld information because they were afraid to come forward before. And yes, you can remain anonymous. Right now on our new and easier to use streaming app, WHIO TV Now, you can see my extended interview with Detective Tackett. That app is a free download on your Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Smart TV App Store.